Hola chicos, ¿cómo están? Espero que se encuentren súper mega bien. Chicos, en esta oportunidad voy a ver la partida número 3 para T1, que se enfrentan a DFM, Detonation Focus Meet, si no me recuerdo. ¿De qué trata el video? Waze, voy a ver a mi ADC favorito, Gumayusi, voy a reaccionar a él, voy a explicar un poco lo que está haciendo, o como ve o mi punto de vista acerca de lo que hace él. Así que nada chicos, a darle.
We're talking about the Ari Viego earlier on, obviously a very common duo that we see for mid jungle.
Okay.
So many plays that you can make with this.
So
many ways to enable each other, and that is going to be the choice here for Steel. So if it goes anything, he's super comfortable on, and he will play the Viego that of course this guy knows.
Si se dan cuenta, le banearon a Felios, le banearon Lucian y tuvieron que banearle otro eso.
Because these are some of the oldest and longest standing League of Legends players
ya saben a quién se
in the world
enfrentan.
in terms of professional play, facing off against each other. It's been a little while since we've seen them clash in a group stage like this, but they will meet here for the first time in this round robin. So a lot of historical context here. Yahara, of course, formerly of
simple.
the
Si se dan cuenta, el primer ítem que deberían armar Legend son las botas, son las botas de movimiento. ¿Por qué? Primero porque tiene un buen rango y es más difícil alcanzarlo, ¿vale? Siempre tienen que jugar al rango de Jin, literalmente al límite, para que obviamente se mantengan a salvo, no lo hagan tan fácil, pueda farmear simple. No, como vieron, no vi si quién pidió primero, si Yutapon o Gumayusi, pero la respuesta de Yutapon no es tan mala porque también se mantiene a rango y pokea fuerte con Karma. El tema es que Gumayusi, por ser Jin, es muy letal en cuanto al rango y al daño. Ahí intentan pokear un poco. Todavía lleva 4 potas. ¿Por qué? Para mantenerse en línea. Porque ¿qué pasa? Está en contra de una bot lane de pokeo. Quiere decir que constantemente le van a estar haciendo daño si es que no doyan las habilidades. Así que se va por la segura y dice, ok, perfecto, me vas a pokear, perfecto, me llevo unas botas, velocidad, ok, hay que ir ok, 3 balas, se lanza ONER. Si se dieron cuenta, lo mató con la Q, o sea, rebotó la bomba, o sea, se la lanzó a Karma y le rebotó a Yutapon y lo fulminó. Ok, el lanza KERIA para molestar un poco. Intenta molestar un poco para que no pueda farmear. Aquí está la repetición. Recibe mucho daño KERIA porque es una botlane de pokeo. Ok, hay ala, ayuda Pon, le pone Ignite, le da ONER y ahí lanza la bomba. Pum, y rebota en hard y cae en Yutapon. Buenísimo. Men, para mí este es el mejor equipo, es mi equipo favorito, se los digo. Lo estoy viendo en la LCK desde, no sé, desde siempre. Ok, eso fue, digamos, un error. O sea, primero porque no hay visión, el jungla no aparece en ninguna parte del mapa. Lo más natural es que hubiera pasado por detrás del Drake, ¿ok? Por el rojo, por detrás del Drake. Y no pasar por la mitad del mapa. Eso es un pequeño error. Los profesionales se equivocan o simplemente pasó porque tenían que pasar. Ahí se fijan, ¿qué primer ítem se hace con Gumayusi? La bota. Aún tiene las 4 botas de HP. Aquí vemos la repetición de Faker con KERIA. Ok, ahí esquiva el regreso de la Q de Ari. Lanza un golpe y se va.
Then, you know, Gumi gets caught here, unfortunately. You could tell based on how he was moving, he was like, oh, there's a pretty good chance they're here, not on the bottom side of the map. And that does give Ezreal a little bit of breathing room here for you.
KERIA mantiene la distancia, simplemente para visualizar al enemigo. Ellos no tienen ward en el bush, el limpiar mató el bush de arriba, el tribush. Intenta limpiar lo más rápido posible. Ok, se confían porque no tienen ward. Contra KERIA recibe mucho daño. Muchísimo daño, diré yo. Muere, cae. Gumayusi intenta hacer el mayor daño posible. Está vestido. Ok. Ok, buena. No. Back. Ahí tienes que batear. Bueno, una aquí. Por una aquí. Bueno, por 2 kills. Sería worth, la verdad. Sería worth. Ahí es hard. Moviendo la cabeza como que sí. Buena. Porque realmente fue beneficioso para ellos. Aquí Guma se pierde todo este farm, que es muy importante, la verdad. Intentando aprovechar KERIA.
He is able to predict KERIA's going to hook at this moment. During the slow, he's already pre-channeled the Viego stun. He's able to get on top of them there. Was super well played. Then they abused the fact that Viego in these skirmishes would look at those resets, get his health back, and then could actually become a ranged champion, do tons of extra damage. This was extremely well set up by DFM, punishing the fact that T1 are going to repeatedly try to make these plays happen. If the execution was poor, Viego loses so much time.
Recibe demasiado daño KERIA en este momento, porque recuerden que Pike es super mega papel. Guma intenta soltar el tema, pero siguió. Me imagino que entre ellos hizo una cal como que sí, te ayudo, te apoyo, que se lo. Aquí se lanza ONER se devuelve. Aquí ONER intenta como que ser el shield, el escudo de Guma, yéndose de frente contra los dos, pero no fue suficiente igual. Está a nivel bajo, así que bueno, es difícil. No tiene ninguna build de tanque o sus estadísticas no son suficientemente buenas.
Having fun on just Jace versus a melee champ. Maybe having a little bit of trouble, but now they're looking for their own kind of revenge. Is very nicely kidnapped into the back. They're still once again looking for war, but the flash knockback from Zeus might be enough. They're still flashing onto him. As will be enough damage.
Vuelve a doler el daño verdadero. Men, Zeus fue increíble aquí, o sea, mecánica, viejo, mecánica.
But this goes back to the draft when they locked in the Viego at the end.
Claro, increíble que todavía no lo ha dado, de verdad.
Play around the CC setup here, and it has been steals with the glue of this team together, making the early plays, and all eyes were going to be on him. He's going to be the most impactful player in this game for DFM if they can actually control the early parts of it, and that has been the case. Not a successful kill, but a successful game.
Ahí se lanza contra Hart. Buenísimo. Adiós Hart. No. Hart alcanzó a amarrar a Guma, pero parece que está muerto igual. Buenísimo. Un 2 por 1.
On the nice edge there, though, if he actually survives here, Udapon with the enemy AD carry down, ends up getting a really nice lead. Of course, it's a trade here, so won't actually push them further. As you could hear, the audience is cheering like crazy after they were able to pick him off here. Steel rotates over, trying to catch some of this aggression. First Drake, by the way, still untouched with all this aggression. Rift Herald has spawned. T1 historically has been the most dominant Rift Herald team.
And this is what we missed while we were having the action down on the bottom side, by the way. Started out as a 1v1. Faker was getting aggressive here on the Yarrow, who does just barely go down, but then Faker is scooped up by Steel, who earns himself another kill.
Pero no, Steel no llegó a tocar. Lo mató a Torre y se lo contó a la Ari.
Most impactful player on the Rift right now. Rift Herald spawned, others taking it here early. The Ezreal hasn't come online just yet, so they're going to respect the fact that they didn't have bio control here.
Okay, esto está danger, is it danger? Okay, golpea, se salva, se salva. KERIA por nada, o sea, wow.
He does survive
Okay,
because the Heartbreaker was
poner
used
un poco
earlier,
así
Flash
con la
was used
W
earlier,
Guma.
but it does mean that they have to take the longer road here, which is going to
Se pierde
cost
tanto
Gumayusi
far.
a lot of CS.
Hace
Going
el
to give a
Drake
plate
steal.
over to
Faker está
Unifon.
mirando.
These moves are impactful even if it doesn't lead to a kill, because it also means
Muestra
control
con
bottom side as
Sentinela.
wave crashes through.
Que
Gives
ofrece
Steel first Drake
la
priority
grieta.
here. A Mountain Drake will go over to
Ven
DFM.
que tienen todos sus
Really
guards
nice
ahí
play
en bot.
around vision,
Intenta
abusing
limpiarlo.
the fact that KERIA is on
Se
a
hace el
roaming
Drake
support
steal.
who wants to be going to that mid
Se
lane
la solea.
very often,
YOLO.
catches him on his return.
Yeah, and I think that DFM
Zeus.
have done a wonderful job of shoring up
Contra
a lot
Evi.
of the early aggression from the side of T1.
Oye,
His
iba ahí.
top lane
Uy.
does continue to be
Bueno, no
a
iba ahí
bit
el
of a
gordo, ¿no?
sticking point
El
here.
gordo
I think that Zeus is
simpaticón.
pretty much having a free lane, of course, outside of that one
Ew.
play where they were trying to set up the kill onto him. But other than that, he has a almost 40 CS difference.
Okay.
Once Evi picks up this wave, it will shore up a
simplemente
little bit.
lento, anyway.
And he already has 2 plates as well. So that is a
Es
lot of
difícil
where that
bloquear
gold
un
lead
set
is
porque
actually coming
a fin de
from for
cuentas siempre van a
T1.
estar
Yeah,
sus B.
and
Se limpia.
Yarong is
Este
going
de
to
acá
again
saca
just be harassed here by Faker.
Su
A lot of this is the
ítem mítico.
forcing we're seeing from Zeus, the pressure we're putting on is because he knows the jungler's on the other side of the map. So
So
he's
yeah.
playing so well
Okay.
around this strong
No,
side
esos
because
son
he
los
knows
tipos de
how
medio
much
que nunca
pressure
me
DFM
tocan.
is trying to
Ranked.
put onto KERIA and Gumayusi. So really well played by him. So we do have a group up
Ok,
here
están ahí
in the jungle from
limpiando,
T1.
tomando posición. Señor Support que están viendo video, por favor, vean esto, hagan esto, guarden, por favor. El nivel de macro es muy importante. Se le lanza encima. Zeus no lo toca para que la torre no lo toque. Dojea todo el daño. Me encanta cómo juega Zeus, viejo. Menos de nada, o sea, tipo como que le lanzo a mi torre esperando que... Evi esperaba que él le pegara, porque la torre ni siquiera él pudiera recibir un golpe de la torre, pero no, no fue así. Ok, Faker, mata, se salva, sale la copia, se salva, señores. Ok, aquí lo mismo.
Yeah, in terms of
Ese
mechanics
es el
here
problema.
across the board, I don't think
Lo que
anyone is going to
pokea.
doubt that Faker versus Yaharong heavily favoring Faker. We're seeing it here. Yes, he was punished the one time, but he's sitting at 3-0 and, or 3-1 and 0. Excuse me, he's up 10
No muere ni
CS,
mata.
and he's playing LeBlanc, which is going to be so impactful if T1 can get a lead and control that vision.
Ahí se ve
Because
que
we
este
are
está
going to see
limpiando.
Pike pick up the glaive later on in this game. He is going to make it
contra
so
Torre le están
difficult for
dando una
DFM to know
madre.
where Faker is at any
Pero
given
no
point in
cae, se lleva
time.
una
So Faker
plaquita.
being accelerated at this stage of the game is something that DFM fans should be extremely worried about, because getting to that point way
Definitivamente, o
faster
sea,
than
todos los
LeBlanc is
jugadores de
supposed
T1
to be
son
an
buenos,
even
viejo,
laning
todos.
phase is it's
Aquí
just a
le
disaster. It's
cancela
going to
el
lead to
back.
so many problems for DFM's fairly squishy composition.
Evi intenta limpiarlo más rápido porque puede perder la mayor cantidad de farm posible Zeus. KERIA pone ping, un ping ward allí, a la Heart. Ok, fue que se dio un problema, él se volvió la W, porque no lo pillaran antes, el jungla.
Yeah, and look who's farming bottom. It's Gumayusi.
Okay,
He's doing that for free. So
intenta
T1, this
limpiar
is
un
the
poco.
macro style we talk
Si se dan
about for
cuenta,
them. We
miren
talk about the
todo
early
el
game. We're not
bush
talking
por
about
la
how
parte
they
de
kill
arriba
people,
de
how they
azul
kill
de... Uy,
turrets.
quería pillo Harp muerto, ONER, sobre skill, full daño, W de Guma, murió, lo mató. Bueno, alcanzó a tocar ahí
Steel
tapón.
had such a great early game. They were really finding impactful ganks. They were able to catch up in T1's gold. The second Rift Herald's taken though. They force
Mucho
it
daño,
mid,
ya está
red
pegando el
plates.
tapón,
You
bueno,
see
ya tiene
Gumayusi
Trinidad.
pushes bottom side. They have control of the forces. Faker is going to get charmed. But the vision that you could see, if you look at the bottom right
Habría sido un
of
buen
the
pick
map here,
últimamente en
is
medio.
just insane here for T1. Look at all of
Miren, o
these
sea,
wards they have. Look at how
4
deep this
5
vision
wards.
is. You
En la
cannot
parte
make any
superior
place where you
derecha
cannot safely protect
de,
Unipon.
o sea, del
So
azul
Unipon
del
comes back early, he's like,
equipo
oh,
enemigo,
I'm in
eso es
trouble, I have to
macro,
back
viejo,
away.
eso
He's
te da
losing CS,
información.
he's losing farm, he's 30 CS down right now. This is T1's macro, this is their domination, this is why people are so afraid of facing this team in the early game.
Literalmente es lo que dicen, o
T1
sea,
takes a mile
T1
with
tiene
it.
mucha información, tiene o
So
sea,
many
un
plates
macro
going
game
over to these
super mega
impactful
bueno.
carries.
Yeah, it's very true. And you know, some of
lo
the
recibió
CS
Guma.
differences as well, very noticeable.
Ok, Guma ya
Still a
tiene
huge one in the top side, but also
fuerza del
Gumayusi
viento.
with a very nice lead in the bottom lane. Will we see another bone spear?
Ok,
They're going
se
for
pillan a
Heart.
Heart,
He's just so
golpe.
squishy, but Unipon is fighting
Super
back.
mega
The heal
débil,
comes
se
through.
flashea
The stun
KERIA,
is going to be
lo
flashed
quité,
away, but
oh
Heart
madre
will be
mía
taken
lo
out
que
by
juega
KERIA.
KERIA.
And now Unipon is all alone.
Ok,
But they're
Guma.
not going to, or will they? Bone spear considered, and KERIA just goes
yo tapón
down,
la que la
and
hizo.
Unipon laughs at him. and
Madre
just
mía.
takes a kill for himself.
He has
Aquí sí
Prowler's Claw.
tapón.
He's thinking he could actually
Tú
burst
tapón,
him
no,
down there. It has enough damage, but unfortunately it's an
bien,
Ezreal.
queda un
Unipon
poco
doesn't
bloqueado.
miss his skill shots there at basically point
Ahí
blank
está,
range.
ahí está
He's able to
buscando
take him
Guma,
out.
pero no lo
In
encuentra.
fact, if Gumayusi's
Empezó a
back
pushar.
there was somewhat
que,
disrespectful, he gets caught there, he
man.
dies too. Unipon is going to pick up some much
Que
needed
limpia un
extra
poco
gold.
ONER. Que se lanza sobre Yutapón, se lanza nuevamente ONER y lo asesina, señores. No sé. Esto se ve un poquito reñido. Pueden decir, ah, no, que bueno, Yutapón es mejor que Guma. No, literalmente no. Yutapón sí está teniendo un buen resultado, sí, pero el oro total es para Gumayusi. Si se fijaron, es el primero.
But Faker still feels like he's having a lot of fun here in this mid lane. As trying to
ONER,
get this one
desde el
down, the
rey.
smite will come through from ONER, even
Infernal,
though he does get rid of
relax,
it, he is
como
totally
cualquier otro
fine.
día.
And the Cloud Soul, perfect. Shout out to our co-caster Atlas, Cloud Atlas. No doubt watching from home, loving the Cloud Souls that we've
Que
had
Guma
so
está
far.
intentando tirar la torre, la
When you look
tiró,
at the top side, it's
pero
been so
se ven
interesting
problemas.
because
Acaba de
this
recibir la
tournament,
ulti
hold
de
that thought,
ella.
Gumayusi very
Y
far
Yutapón,
forward.
He's in a lot of
presioneado,
trouble, and with this
flashea.
teleport coming in, well, he
Último
will be
golpe.
able to flash away from it as Evie is looking for a bit more. He will ult the
Se
clone.
lanza Evie, pokea de Guma, W de Guma, doy el daño verdadero, se abre el telón, señores, 1, activo, pollado, Evie, oh, recibió Yutapón el último hit, así que como está full vida no hizo mucha diferencia. Ok, Zeus allá está tirando top. Ok, aquí Faker están dando, lo enamoraron un ratito, pero nada que ver, lo intentaron. Aquí, si se dan cuenta, el mejor farm ahorita es de Zeus. Luego de Zeus le sigue Gumayusi. Apuesto lo que sea que si Gumayusi no hubiera tenido tantos problemas en la línea, estarían a la par o mejor que Zeus. Si se dan cuenta, minuto 15, 165. Está más por el promedio de... ok, aquí es algo KERIA. Ok, tuvo que saltar la pared, o si no iba a ser amarrado. Bueno, el normal, lo normal, un pro player, entre comillas, lo normal, serían 10 CS por minuto. Aquí está el minuto 16, y bueno, el minuto 15 estábamos ahorita, y Gumayusi tiene 165, quiere decir que tiene más del promedio normal de un pro player. Así que solamente pienso, los 187 tiene Zeus, y estamos a minuto 16, cuando debería tener 160, que es lo más normal, por así decirlo, de un pro player en una solo queue, o es lo que se espera. Ok, sacaron a Gerardo.
For the first time, DFM a little bit of vision bottom side, but the Drake's not up for 3 minutes. It's not relevant vision.
Está Yutapón,
And this is
pero
why I said
Yutapón,
DFM is not so great at controlling vision around
Faker más
objectives.
Restil,
Steal will get rooted.
ahora lo agarra Gumayusi con la W, lo agarra KERIA, lo diría el ulti, se acerca con el stun para tirar el ignite, se salga por el shield, por el escudo, Gumayusi se lanza, ok, lanza un paso al viento y está muerto. KERIA, ONER, que se sube en problema con Evie. Evie está en problema, ahora ONER está en problema, ok, ONER se mueve. Golpea, doy el daño verdadero, no, chico, man, yo en ese momento me vuelvo visco. Yo estoy jugando y paso y yo como ONER me vuelvo visco, vieja.
Overstep, shall we say? There's a lot of CC on this team for DFM, so we'll get locked down there. This will give DFM a little bit of breathing room. Ezreal still just sitting on the Trinity Force right now. It's going to be about 4 or 5 more minutes before he starts really doing quite a lot of damage. But he's going to have to operate around Zeus' massive damage. Because look at Zeus' side. We talked about it earlier. He's online early, and it's only going to get worse from here because he has full control over the map. He can side lane anywhere he wants to. No one can challenge him.
Macro, W, golpe, pasiva, y lo termina Gumayusi con el último tiro. Y Guma agarra más fuerza, tiene fuerza del viento, no recuerdo cómo se llama, cañón rápido.
And he just knows
Y
there
su
are
J.
juicy targets he could blow up here.
Por
They
favor,
don't even
tomen
have an
nota.
Umbral Glaive this game. They're just doing it with straight control wards and sweepers to actually push
Por
this
algo mi
through.
jugador favorito.
And as DFM, you can't
Mi
even walk
ADC
into your
favorito.
jungle safely against a fed LeBlanc at this stage.
Ok, aquí entra Evie, como todo buen set, intentando buscar al ADC. Guma se ve en problemas, último golpe, usa la piña.
Evie is a
Okay,
little bit deep
vamos aquí a
now. He's
Brutelón.
going to get rooted up by the team
Okay.
as Gumayusi
Okay, le
looking
falta
for
un
other
hit.
targets.
Oh
Assumed that Evie was down,
my
and he
God.
snipes him at the end. Very nicely done. Picks up that kill.
Man,
KERIA
esa
still looking
última
for
bala,
more.
loco.
As T1,
Demasiado
they're having a
loco.
lot of fun in this game. Really just going for every single
Man.
target that they can find.
Certainly are. Steel does
El
not
mejor
get
ADC de
this
Corea,
move
vieja.
off. It's that's taken from T1,
Esto es lo
just
que hace un
taking
mejor
every
ADC
single
de
piece of the
Corea.
map they can find and pushing it to the edge. Just the limits. 20 seconds to go before this Drake spawns. Zeus has full vision control. He's on it. He can start it up
Ok,
alone
aquí en
as the
este momento
respawns
es
come
cuando
through.
Utapon
Too many low health
y
bars on the side
Hard
of
ya
DFM.
no tienen tanta
front line to
relevancia
actually come over
en
here
la
and
partida.
contest,
No
nor do
se
they have
ve
any
que hagan
vision or
tanto
any
daño, no se ve
idea
que hagan
as to whether
sea
T1
tan
actually
impactante como
fake
un
to back
Jhin.
start,
Es
and then
más,
went over to
también
Drake.
es
Like,
el
you just don't have
late
any
game.
options. You don't have any opportunities here. And the positioning of KERIA has been so threatening in each and every one of these
No
team
todo va en las
fights.
kills,
Even though
chicos.
Evie
No
engaged
en
very
el
well in
farm.
that last
Si se
fight,
dan cuenta, la
KERIA's
diferencia de
positioning on
farm
the
de
side meant that
Utapon y
Utapon could actually
Gumayusi
freely follow up and do
mucha,
that
o sea,
damage. Yahorong saw his
30,
sustained
50 farm
damage dealer in
aproximadamente
this
mayor
game. He
que
can help pick and follow up charm
Utapon.
when those engages come through from Evie,
Que va
but your
Zeus,
sustained damage is
tanqueando,
Utapon. But if he's
lanza
blocked
Heraldo,
by the pike, he
Faker,
can't do it. He
ha
can't
sido
actually put
revelado.
that damage out.
está como que
And it's
esperando
just,
a ver qué
it feels
pasa.
like this game is falling
Ahí
apart
lanzaron
so quick. I mean,
a
it's
Gerardo.
20 minutes in,
Segundo
8,000 gold
porque
lead. It
la
was a
torre.
very close early to
Ok,
mid.
ahí va, limpian
This is
rápidamente
a
la
really rough
torre,
spot as
no
well
hace
for
ningún
DFM
daño el
because you got
heraldo.
two guys up in the
Quiere
top
decir que
side trying to
puede
lock down
asegurar
Faker's
que le impacte
LeBlanc
por
that
segunda
has
vez.
Flash. I mean, yeah, the
Tiene la
Baron's
vida
up like
completa.
you're never going to
Por si
kill
acaso
him,
estaba
but
el
you're not
jungla,
going to do
lo
anything. Meanwhile, the
lo
second
deleteaba.
Rift Herald is getting so much value down here.
Está, no pasa
So much
nada.
extra gold on the
Ok,
map that's
aquí
just being given over to
Guma
T1
tiene
basically for free.
que
They were
utilizar
not
fuerza del viento.
positioned to handle
Pudieron
that
tumbar
push.
medio.
And now T1 are looking
Oh,
at a
lo agarra
10,000
Guma.
gold lead. And
Buen daño,
just kind of
buen
rolling
daño.
over them
Lanza,
here
abre
in
telón.
the middle of the map as Hard.
Oh,
Will he
está
get
buscando a
sniped on
Hard,
the backside
no lo
here? He does
encuentra,
have-
se le
Ooh, he
escapa,
nearly
por
did on the
nada se le
backside of
escapa.
that one, but
Uy,
Utapon
KERIA,
is going to
Utapon,
be
man.
executed by KERIA.
Those that when
Lo
Harp was there
siento.
and caught, KERIA didn't
Siento, man,
even
pero que esta
bone
KERIA es
spear
buenísimo,
because he's like,
loco.
I don't need to actually hook this guy. Like, he's gonna die. It doesn't matter. And
ONER.
he did barely escape there,
Esta
of
opinión
course,
porque
but
no pudo
he's like, I'm
utilizar
going
ello,
to
un
save my
guardcito
cooldowns
ahí
for the
en
real
red,
target, which is
Yeah.
Utapon.
que los
Utapon's
revela.
taken out again.
Ya
Positioning of
vieron a
KERIA
los
just
tres
preventing Utapon
acercándose.
from doing any
Es que él
significant
usa
damage. There's no vision
You'll
on
see
Baron.
they
Se
don't
lanza
have any
KERIA,
vision of even that
mata
brush,
Faker,
and Faker is going to
Gumayusi
secure that
pone
kill. T1
una
do this
bomba.
all the
Uy,
time.
muy
They're
cerca de
so far
Gumayusi,
ahead,
no
they can
debería
just
estar
take
ahí,
this one
no
down. Now,
debería estar
Guma
ahí,
did
y
not have to be
estuvo
there.
ahí mal.
That was absolutely not the best
Bueno,
position.
errores que pasan.
And Steel is nearby,
Y
so
lo
actually this
limpia
fight will go over to the side of ONER.
ONER.
They say thank you
No
very
se van a
much
robar.
for
Como el
that,
Steel
that
intentando
finish on the Baron.
estilear,
We will take
ok.
it from here.
Faker, Faker, Faker.
Okay, well that's some extra gold going over to Utapon.
Madre mía.
I think
Y
your
se ríe
reaction was
KERIA,
like the
tío.
genuine reaction of literally everyone who's sitting in the
Se
booth
ríe
on arena right
KERIA.
now and every fan at home. It
Bueno,
made the
¿qué se
exact
le
same
hace,
sound
ya?
as you did as Faker did
I
get hit
hope
by that
so.
true shot
I
barrage.
hope I wasn't
Y
the only
Faker
one.
se ríe, viejo.
I
La
only
carita
did
de
it
Faker,
because
¿ah?
you did it. Like I actually did. You guys couldn't hear, but I did the
Thank
exact
you.
same pitch as Brendan at the
Ahí
same time.
está
So
Steel.
this is fairly risky for T1. These are the risky Baron calls that Jack was pointing
Intenta
out actually on the desk
ver si
earlier in
alguien.
that segment. They have enough
KERIA,
damage here because they're so
ala,
far
mata
ahead
Faker.
and their carries have been
Gumayusi se
bent
acerca
so
demasiado
heavily.
el
But
bush
Gumayusi
que no
is
tuvo
the
que haberlo
carried
hecho.
on front liners. Here we go.
Zeus, man. Lo que deletea.
Zeus is like a, he's
KERIA,
not a freight train,
KERIA
he's
ya
like
hace
a
demasiado
giant
daño, viejo.
cannon.
Uy, se
Okay.
comió todo el daño verdadero
As,
Zeus.
Evie
Uf,
is- wow.
pero no es
Yep, that's
suficiente
the
para
cannon.
matarlo, viejo.
He took a little while to reload, but then he
Vuelta en el
just shot you
Baron.
in the face, so down he did go.
Utapon
And the
haciendo lo
cannon
posible
wins with the reload
para
as
sobrevivir,
Utapon, at least, I suppose you
sosteniendo
could
la
say he is
mentira.
picking some gold up off
Pero
the map,
miren, mira
but,
cómo va
And
el
if it were a
top,
closer
viejo. O sea,
game, it would be
0-3.
relevant.
Yeah.
But you know,
Oh,
sadly, in a game like
Steel
this,
le huye a KERIA,
sadly,
viejo,
he's-
le huye a KERIA.
in a game like this, I mean,
Ok,
he's
aquí
trying his
Guma
best,
tirando.
and he will just barely
Faker.
escape here from Faker's chains.
Tiran top.
But
Por 8 en el
it's
Baron.
just too far
Que
gone
no
at
lo
this
tiene
stage,
Gumayusi, sino
and a
que lo
lot of
tiene
it was
Zeus.
just based around
Ok, intentan
really
tirar la
good
torre
backward
lo más
plays
rápido
from T1,
posible.
KERIA's positioning.
Zeus se tragó
And
el
21
ulti
kills to
de
10,
Edgar.
not a number you really see at an international tournament again.
Uf, lo que
These
pega
are things
Guma.
that we are
Un solo
not used
hit.
to seeing, but we have so many dominant teams here. RNG,
Steel.
T1.
KERIA.
yeah, and you
They're
can
pulling it off.
see, I mean, they were already so far ahead, but but now with this Ripple, Baron
Ok, ahí
power
tienen
play,
ward, por
they
eso
have
hace
about
dirección van luego del
3,000
medio.
gold more
Ahí fue que va
that they will
limpiando.
fill their coffers with, so must be feeling really good about their positions
Steel
now.
usa lente revelador.
DFM looking to,
There's a
they're
trap.
just trying to carve out a small piece of
Ok, van
lands
hacia
here
abajo donde
on
está
this rift.
Faker.
And maybe
Faker.
they'll do it while taking
4v1.
Faker with them,
Ok.
as he does
Ok,
not
se
have
ya el
flash. He's
stun
gonna hop
de
back,
jungla.
but the
Oh
charm
mi
comes in,
Dios,
and that's gonna be the end
no,
of
ahí va
him.
KERIA. Quiere decir, reclamemos. Aquí va a correr sangre. Uy, eso fue mentiroso. Yo vi que iba a agarrar, tío. Ok, W de Guma, buenísimo. Sobre Eva. Muere. Ok. El momento de KERIA. KERIA, R. KERIA. ¿Dónde? ¿Dónde? R. Muerto Steel. Esa va KERIA. Uf. KERIA. 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 KERIA se vuelve loco. KERIA se vuelve loco. Man. Esto es GG. GG. Literal es GG. Si lanzándole por así porque están seguros que van a terminar. Como dice, quedó 8-4 cuando iba mal, supuestamente, y hasta bonus tiene. Ok, van a terminarla. La terminan. Oh man. Oh man. Y los esperan, qué rata. Terminen. Bueno, 3-0, men. No han sido derrotados desde el LCK, viejo. ¿Qué es esto? Monstruo. Viejo, este video lo he visto por Best1 LOL Bots, ¿ok? Yo me suscribo para que puedan ver y activo todas las campanitas porque es mi equipazo, señores. Así que ha sido un gusto pasar tiempo con ustedes y espero que les haya gustado el video, que hayan aprendido un poquito del microgame de ellos, del macrogame de ellos, de la manera de ver las partidas de otro punto de vista, que espero que les pueda servir y que si les gusta dejen su like, su follow y de esa manera seguir haciendo estos videitos. Si quieren que haga un análisis más profundo, podría ser explicándole cómo se juega en la línea de ADC, porque es lo que juego. Y bueno, señores, un abrazo, hasta luego.